Excavations, found literary objects by Valerie and Stevens. Gnosis and Emergence. It is oftentimes easier to believe in the devil than it is to believe in God. For such a thing is so easy to fall prey to sentient organs of mortal human experience by truths discriminating are dealt devilish blows of faith. Yet without first recognition of tragedy, even comedy but turns tragic, and then there will be no evident and immediate cause for redeeming ourselves. But perhaps tragedy is overrated, and we do not need it as much as we think we do. Perhaps the true tragedy is in how we continually seem to compulsively create something of what's essentially nothing, true substance or importance. But now, once the acknowledgement has been made, how do we let it all go in order to better our species? For as anyone beyond a certain age of cognizance is all too sentiently made aware, nothing can truly be held onto or even let go of for long in this life of transience. And the very act of surrender requires an inscience of self-sense, which we do not even naturally possess, and probably not be in our best interest to coddle anyway. In contention, perhaps, however, it is within human nature to still wonder if it is necessary for life to be so consumed, potentially jeopardized by this existential judgment, which we must often perform with such exactitude every day. Yet this is where the metaphysical comes into play. The matter behind mind versus matter, good versus evil, material versus the intangible, the logical versus the intuitive, and lastly, certainly not self versus others. Although many believe these struggles to be the very meaning of this human life journey itself. And this philosophy indeed is not betrayed to legitimacy, as more than half of a human life is expended on the pursuit of some higher knowledge as to how this life can best be lived. And indeed, perhaps it would not be hyperbole to state that every moment of human consciousness is wrought with a weight of choice. For no matter how seemingly large or small, the energy expended in the seemingly mundane minutiae of this life seems to interfere with the fullest actualization of our higher selves and faculties. In finale, I suppose the philosophical theme of survival versus thriving will always play itself out, no matter how we may attempt to ignore it. Yet it cannot be wholly denied that no matter how much we attempt to attribute the factor of nihility to each our own existences or fates, we all nevertheless feel a pull towards something far from arbitrary, nor worthy of fame and habitat or indifference. For every organism throughout nature possesses an undying, instinctual drive towards the pursuit of life over death, or production over destruction. And no matter how melancholic or even ambivalent we may feel, there is always a faint murmur of exultation and life felt within us, striving to potentiate itself. And even in those moments of humane extremes, such as suicidal ideation and inclination, there is never a true desire for death, but rather a fear of facing life. What this might further exact us beyond what we in these moments are to feel and stolen us, or have had ravaged within us. And indeed, whatever we choose to call this invisible yet dynamic force guiding us all towards our transcendence or our demise, we all feel and sense it. We all sense that there must be a greater purpose to our existence, and not merely because it is comfortable to think so. As a matter of discourse, I personally find it much more comfortable to believe in a God or a higher power behind my things. Life is, in truth, not so much easier to adopt an atheistic attitude towards all things as many theistic skeptics Life is actually not only more challenging to believe in things like God, whom I must honor and revere in word, action, and intent, is also much more complicated and such. Nevertheless, I have always believed such concepts to be inherent within humankind anyway. To clarify, even the self-professed atheist cannot truly and fully disbelieve in higher spiritual realities, because I believe these things are part of our very design. I suppose this is a tandem in St. Augustine's ontological totalitarian argument of the existence of a higher spiritual being. But in closing, it is not humankind's ability to imagine and to conceptualize. The very foundation upon which all our greatest achievements are solidly built. And if we could continue working to synthesize the metaphysical with the so-called practical, or rather the Platonian Weltanschauung with the Aristotelian, there is no telling what we might achieve.